A number of weeks ago, I purchased the Razer Blackshark V2 Hyperspeed. Wow, try saying that 10 times in a row. Which is these gaming headsets I currently have on. And that's to replace my older Logitech G933 gaming headset that I have here that I bought for my PS4 back in the day. And now that I have the PS5 and these are, getting quite old and not really performing the way I wanted to, I want to see if I get a new headset, can I buy one that's reasonably priced and also doesn't really require a whole lot of customizations right out the box to sound really good. We'll find out more about this headset coming up here on Lights and Buttons. Although I'll be comparing this Razer Blackshark V2 Hyperspeed with the Logitech G933s, I do have an additional question in my head, and that is, should I spend the extra cash to go up to the Blackshark V2 Pro 2023 edition? And by the way, the reason why I'm saying 2023 is because Razer has two different products that are very similarly named, but they're technically two different things. You have the Blackshark V2 Pro and the Blackshark V2 Pro 2023 edition, which enhances the microphone. I believe there's an upgrade to the microphone itself and maybe some other things that I'm not aware of. But anyway, I'll be giving you my thoughts about this headset in this video and whether it's good enough for me and I don't need to spend the extra cash to go up to the Pro, or should I consider something else? So I'll be going through different categories, which I'll be explaining later on in terms of how I'm judging this headphone by. And by the way, also the audio that you're hearing is from this mic. And this mic is being recorded to the PS5 directly without any enhancements to the audio so that you can hear firsthand how this microphone sounds like. And this mic is being recorded to the PS5 directly without any enhancements to the audio so that you can hear firsthand how this microphone sounds like. Overall, I really like these headphones. There are some things that Razer can improve on, but if you're thinking about getting new gaming headsets, I would recommend these. While there is software that goes with the headset, I heard that some people had issues with it to the point where it impacts PC performance. So, this review will just be about the headset as is out of the box without any customization done from the software. Inside the box, the headphone is nicely packed. There's lots of foam for protection. It comes with one USB-A to USB-C cable, an adapter, and some paperwork, which includes some stickers. I'm going to be judging this headset by these following 7 categories. Although this seems to be mostly plastic, the build quality seems pretty good. The adjustments for the ears are thin, but they're made of metal and seems pretty solid. My last mic was on a hinge, and this one is on a flexible extension of some sort, and I guess if there's a weak spot, that may be it. Overall, I'll give the build quality a 5 out of 5. Physical connections. I'm not sure if I had to do this with my last headphones, but I noticed that I had to connect my headset to the PS5 with the USB cable before I'm able to do the initial wireless connection. I'm not sure if I didn't wait long enough or if I did something out of order, but after that first connection, I was able to wirelessly connect to the PS5 after that without any issues. I'm surprised that the adapter requires a cable. My Logitech G933 and also I believe the Blackshark V2 Pros comes with an adapter that looks like a USB flash drive where you have the USB plug that doesn't require an extra cable and it goes right into the PS5. For this one, for some reason, they designed it so that it's a female USB-C port and requires a cable to connect between the adapter and the PS5. Anyway, continuing on, the USB-C on the left side of the headset is nicely built. Overall, I'll give the physical connections a 2 out of 5. I'm not a fan of the adapter design. It basically forces you to buy another cable to make it work, which I think is a bit silly. Interface / ease of use. The volume knob sticks out from the left side and is pretty easy to get to. There's a slightly notchy feeling to it and the knob is dampened. I'm a big fan of this design. I do like this better than the volume dial on the Logitech G933. One thing I did notice is that when I was adjusting the volume, the very first time the headphone connects to the PS5, if you're trying to dial down the volume, it does jump quite a bit. Whereas that very first time you're adjusting it, I feel like it lowers the volume significantly, and then it allows you to fine tune the volume after that. This type of behavior only seems to happen with the V2 Hyperspeed, and it never happened with the Logitech G933s. Also, along the left side, you have two different buttons that are easy to get to. One, there's a power button, and the second one is a mute button. When you use the power button to turn on the headset, there's a voice that tells you when the unit turns on and also when the unit turns off.
Power on. Power off.
But the power button doesn't tell you the battery percentage when you press it.
Battery fully charged. Battery about 20%.
I did hear that you can use the Razer software to check the percentage, but that's not really ideal if you're just going directly to the PS5, and it'll be nice to be able to proactively check the battery level before you play. For me, it's not that big of a deal because I always leave the headset plugged in, but then again, it's always good to have that option. The instructions does say that a voice will tell you that the battery is low if the headset reaches below 8% battery level. While the mute button toggles on and off, it'll be nice to hear a voice confirmation or like a beep to confirm whether the mute is actually muted or unmuted. My Logitech G933 headset will beep when muting and unmuting to allow for that confirmation to happen. I also really like the feature on the G933 where you can flip the mic up to mute and flip it down to unmute. That's a really cool design, and I really wish that more headsets would adopt that feature. On this one, the green showing around the mute button means that it's unmuted, and when the green disappears when you push in the button means that the headset is muted. On the right side, there's an EQ button that will allow you to go through different equalizer presets with short presses. You can also configure Bluetooth with this button as well. For the interface / ease of use, I would give this a 3 out of 5. Microphone. I think the microphone quality is excellent. I talked to my friends on PSN and they said it sounded great. If you listen to some sample audio from YouTube, you can hear that this sounds noticeably better than some of its competitors. I was really impressed by this mic. This microphone, which is the microphone that you've been hearing throughout most of this video, does have active noise cancellation technology, and that's only for the mic. The ear cups themselves do not have active noise cancellation technology, so I can hear noises, but the mic will actively try to cancel that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to test this with a fan that I have here over to the side. We're going to use the microphone that's built into the camera, and then you can see how loud this fan is before I switch back to the microphone that's built into this headset. So here's the fan. We're going to turn this on. And then as a baseline, this is at the lower setting, you can kind of hear how loud this sounds. We're going to switch the audio from the camera's mic to the microphone that's built into this Razer headset. And this is what it sounds like if I'm sitting almost in the path of the fan. So the fan is blowing past me. I feel the wind in my hands, but it's not directly blowing at my face. So this is what it sounds like with that going. And if I sit down directly in the path of the fan, let's see if you hear some noises. Again, this is at the lower setting. And then we're going to switch back to the camera's built-in mic and change this to the highest setting. Now you can hear what this sounds like in the room. Pretty distracting, not the best, but if we switch back to the microphone here, this is what it sounds like. And again, me sitting indirectly towards the fan is blowing past me. This is what the audio sounds like. But if I sit in the path of the fan at the highest speed, you'll probably hear some noise. I hear a lot of whooshing sounds coming through the ear cups here. And then if I back up towards the couch again, sitting on the couch, indirectly being blown at by the fan, this is what the audio sounds like. All right, we're going to be testing the active noise cancellation capabilities of this microphone. And what we're going to do is we're going to have someone in the same room, in this case, my wife, who's going to start talking now. And at the same time, I'm going to try to concentrate and speak about the different microphone setups that we have. We have the microphone that's built into the headset, and we also have the microphone that's built into the camera. And then I'm going to play this clip 2 times so that you can see how it compares with a microphone that picks up all the audio within the same room and then one that actively tries to cancel out noises. And at the same time, I'm going to try to concentrate and speak about the different microphone setup that we have. We have the microphone that's built into the headset, and we also have the microphone that's built into the camera. And I'm going to play this clip 2 times so that you can see how it compares with a microphone that picks up all the audio within the same room and then one that actively tries to cancel out noises. And then comparing to the Logitech G933, here's what they sound like. Alright, and we have the Logitech G933. This is the audio straight from the microphone, recorded directly to the PS5. Next up, we're going to do some testing with the windscreen to see if the mic is affected by plosions. On to the plosion test. Now, if you're not familiar with this, anytime you say words that begin with the letter P, that puff of air that comes out from your mouth can hit the microphone, causing a thumping sound, and that's not wanted. That's why you have things like windscreens and pop filters that would prevent that from happening. So pop, prevent, Peter, Piper, anytime you have kind of sound, let's see if we hear that thumping sound or if it's actually capturing the part of the sound that we want and minus that thumping plosion that's not desired. Overall, the microphone scores a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and the reason being is actually a few reasons. A, the microphone picks up my voice very well in a quiet room, so no complaints there. B, the active noise cancellation technology of the mic operates pretty well. We see it kick in when someone is talking in the same room, and it's able to filter that out pretty effectively. Also, when the fan is running in the same room without directly blowing at the mic, we see the microphone being able to easily filter that out. But it's not until I really push it to the limit where I'm standing or sitting right next to the fan blowing directly at the microphone where you start to pick up some of that noise. Where this microphone falls short is being able to mute pretty quickly by being able to flip up to mute and flip down to unmute. Instead, we have to find the button behind the ear cup, hit the mute button, and then you can mute. And the reason why I'm harping about this is that not only if someone barges into the room and starts talking to you, but if you had to sneeze or anything like that, flipping up your mic to easily mute is the way to go. So that's why I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Sound quality from the 50mm drivers. When listening to voices, the words are clear, and the Blackshark V2 Hyperspeed does a really good job handling low frequencies like rumbles from explosions. The Logitech G933 really struggles with these sounds, and the low rumbles doesn't really come through as well, whereas this headset is noticeably better. The G933 has a louder maximum volume, but I would take quality over quantity any day. For the sound quality, I'll give this headset a 5 out of 5. Comfort. The padding is very soft, and the headset is well balanced. My previous Logitech G933 tends to slide off my head if I move around a lot because a lot of the weight seems to be distributed towards the back of the headset, whereas this one feels more balanced. Although the Blackshark V2 Hyperspeed doesn't fall off like the G933, it does clamp quite a bit, but not too much. But after playing a couple of hours, I do feel a slight soreness on my ears, but it's not too bad. The weight of the headset was also good, no problems there. For the comfort, I'll give this a 4 out of 5. Value. In my honest opinion, for what you get for the price, I think it's really reasonable. So, 5 out of 5 here. Other things to note, and I'm not going to include this in my scoring, the G933 does have a couple of tricks up its sleeve. First, there's a specific compartment on the G933 that's designed to hold the dongle, and this is nice because if you're traveling with the headset, you're less likely to lose the adapter. But with the Blackshark V2 Hyperspeed's box being so nicely designed and cushioned, I would actually use that box as a case, and I would put the adapter into the slot over there. So even though it's not built into the headphone, you can still use the box as a carrying case to keep everything organized. Number 2, the G933 has a panel that opens up revealing a battery that's easy to replace. But even on something like my Sony WH-1000XM4, which is a premium headset, that doesn't feature a removable battery, so a lot of the headphones don't have this feature, and I wasn't really quite expecting this one to also have it. It would have been nice, but on my G933s, I never had to replace the battery, and I've been using it for a number of years, so not going to take any points off for this one. Oh, and for the battery life, since I only play like 1 to 3 hours at a time, for me personally, the battery life is more than enough. The advertised battery life per charge for this headset is 70 hours. Alright, so let's look at the overall scores for each category. To conclude, after judging this headset from these 7 different categories, I'll give this an overall score of 4 out of 5 stars. I heard a lot of people liking the Blackshark V2 Pro with the 2023 edition, but it's priced higher than this, and I was wondering if I can try out these ones before going for the Pros to see if this is good enough, and for me the answer was yes. Given its overall performance, I'm going to choose to keep this headset. It sounds pretty nice even without any additional customizations from the Razer software. Hopefully that helps you out if you're considering the Razer Blackshark V2 Hyperspeed headset for your gaming setup. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next video.